What it is, what it do. This is my review, thoughts, everything on One Piece, chapter 1001, The Monsters on Onigashima. Yo, this chapter, I love this chapter. This chapter to me, I felt was way better than chapter 1000. 1000 was not bad, 1000 was good, 1000 was very hype, but this chapter showcased a lot with, the Pirate Alliance, even the Right Hand Man. Just I thought this was a phenomenal chapter, um, and you can see like Oda's definitely like sticking to his guns with the comedy, the slapstick stuff, the action, the competition, everything in this chapter to me was just like beautiful. I like how sorry, the dynamics between Luffy, Kid, and Law when he was like, "Yo, you're a scrub. You can't dodge this, that, whatever," and they like, "Man, fuck that. Like, we trying to be kind." And you see they all still playing the game with Luffy. Like they all stood there to get hit by Big Mom's on fire. Let me see, seeing the new attack, especially Kid, because pretty much Kid hasn't been doing much of anything, and I like how Oda gave him the Punk Vice. Punk Vice to me seems pretty cool. It seems like I could definitely see him making like more like giant mechs, Gundams, type of attack type of things, which is all right. And I guess Oda's figuring with Kid, like I guess bigger is better. That's the main reason why Kid had like all those other parts of stuff that he was running from like 998 or 999, something like that. But this chapter was this chapter was fire. I like this chapter a lot. Let me see, and even just like the characterization, like with Law, when Law turned around and said to Luffy, like, "Yo, like Straw, let me talk to you, man. Like, yo, I'm a pirate captain just like you. You not order me around. I was going to move King among his people also." Luffy's like, "Why does that even matter?" But seeing how Law always been like the cool, level-headed, nonchalant type of character, seeing him showcasing like, I have pride too. I was like, yo, I like this. That was real cool. Kid popping his shit like he normally does, saying to Law, "Oh, I thought he was a lackey, but it doesn't matter. One scrub plus another scrub is just two scrubs, and I'm still gonna be Pirate King." Um, I thought that was cool. I thought that was funny. Just like Oda didn't miss a step with this. He did not miss a beat. They still in competition with each other, but they also still like young men. Young men just having fun while they're inside a situation where it's still dangerous, life threatening. I thought that was, like I said again, that was cool. Like I gotta try to figure out a new word to say, but it's just like you guys can tell from my excitement. Like this was a really really dope ass chapter. Even the part where Kyle said, "You little monsters," and when he refers to them as that, it wasn't to me. It was a sign of respect because he wasn't calling them brats, he wasn't calling them kids, wasn't calling them boys or anything like that. Like he's saying, like, you know what, you guys are monsters just like me. And even the part where he looked at Luffy and you seen the silhouette of Shanks, Odin, Whitebeard, and Rocks, you're like, damn, like you're comparing Luffy's fist, like how he damaged you, to those guys, and these guys obviously are legends. Like these guys are, you know, top tier people. So it's like you see, Kaido definitely has like a lot more respect for Luffy, and in regards of like, you know what, I even though I know like the way I look at it like this, Kaido was pretty much like, with our first encounter, I one shot you. You're being a man. You stand up. You still sticking to your same guns. You're still, exclaiming that you're gonna be king of the pirates. And now you came back full force. 2 weeks later, you're way stronger. You was able to hit me back, damage me. Like somebody said, like I see in one of the comments on another YouTube video, it was like Kyle looks like a proud father. Like, you know what, his son has rise to the occasion. And I was looking at it like, you know what, I see that too. I could kind of see that same thing. Like he has that, like, you know what, like you can tell he's so cocky in the sense of like, I'm gonna beat this kid, but it's gonna be a good fight. Kyle's all about the good fight because and I guess in his mind, he feels like, you know what, once I beat these kids, now I'm gonna add them to my pirate crew, and that's just gonna make me all that more stronger. Which, yeah, like that's just smart as hell. Um, let me see. just go through. Like I said, I already mentioned the Punk Vice. Um, Law doing his move with the hockey rocks coming down. I thought that was cool. Like saying showcasing it because we never really seen um, Law really use hockey like that, but him using hockey in addition to his Del fruit, I thought that was like real dope. Um, even the part with Killer and Zoro where they talking smack to each other was um, Killer was like, you know what? If I had my Punishers, there's no way in hell you will be able to beat me. And now seeing that his weapons is called the Punishers and seeing how he has a mask and he has like almost like a skull type of emblem on his chest, is like, is Kid supposed to be based on Punishers? Like, oh, you little sneaky sly devil, taking like American comics and put them into your manga. I was like, I like that, but just seeing Zoro and Zoro and Killer talking smack to each other, like, you know what, you would never be able to beat me if I had my punishers. And Zoro was like, nah, it would have been the same results. It's like, and even people, you know, who like I guess the anti-Zoro fans was like saying that there's no way in hell Zoro could beat Killer 1-on-1, and I'm sitting back like, I don't know because they both was kind of nerfed because a lot of people were saying that Killer's nerfed because of small fruit, but in all hindsight, you can't say he's really nerfed because of small fruit because he's not in water. That's the only thing. Like, yeah, he didn't have his weapons on him, so did Zoro's, and Zoro was at disadvantage in the sense of he was going against Yukimaru and Killer Kamazo, whoever he was going by at that time, or we want to call him at that time. But it's like Zoro was at a disadvantage, and he still was able to fend off Yukimaru and take out Killer. So I was just like, yo, yeah, man, just dope. And then Big Mom, she's sitting in the car like, yo, how can you let that hit you? I know you can't be hurt. I think Big Mom is definitely playing like that annoying big sister role, and also I think too, like, she's more or less frightened, and let me explain. Remember, I say frightened because she knows how her and Kato fight. She hit Kato plenty of times, because they was fighting for like 3 days straight, and I figured because Kato was like never really bleeding when he was fighting her, so she was like, well, wait a minute, this kid who's supposed to be like a whippersnapper, he's wet behind the ears, he actually made you bleed. Like, wait a minute, if he can make you bleed, what can he do to me? So I kind of think like Big Mom is trying to give Luffy a little bit more credence to, like, you know what, this kid may be a problem, but she's not saying it, but like the expression on her face and just like how Oda position and the panel and everything. That's how I'm taking it. But yeah, man, like this is like One Piece at its finest. Like I said, great action. Like it didn't progress the story too much, obviously. But what I did like I said, the characterization, like Kaido showing his respect for Luffy calling them monsters, because Kaido was always known as the creature. Like if you want to pitch a bet on one-on-one fight, always put on Kaido. So for someone who's considered a beast, a monster himself, and he's calling you a monster, that's a lot of respect. So that to me, I just thought that was good. Yeah, man, it was just a straight hands-on fight chapter, and then even well, I say it was not much story progression, but then towards the end, where Kyle pretty much said, like, once I beat you guys, it's gonna put me one step closer to being king of the pirates. So it's showing to Kyle's like, you know what, he's taking these guys a lot more serious, and he knows like these kids, if they beat him, they're gonna be that much closer to the pirate king. So he knows, like, you know what, I gotta set my game up. So I could definitely see like this this battle definitely intensifying. The only thing is the whole thing with Mr. Morge. Morge, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Morge, but Morge had a theory video about the Straw Hat Alliance losing, and they pretty much having a part 3 fight against Kaido. I kind of see that happening now, because if you know anything about Kabuki players, there's always like a tragedy at the end of Act 3 going to Act 4, because Act 4 is like the 180, the turnaround where like the good guys come in, save everything, and then Act 5 is a conclusion, it's a shorter act. And seeing how like everything is going, how everyone's just going off, I don't know, man. Oh, and then going back to the whole Zoro thing, Zoro saying that he had to put a little bit more power into Emma, and he could probably do a little bit more damage to Kaido.
I know a lot of people still feel that Emma's a power for Zoro. I don't know. I don't really feel it's a power for him. I feel it's like Rock Lee with the weights. It's like a trend on him because I look at it like I was talking to my boy on Marquise earlier today. If you remember, if you guys ever watched Bleach, there was a scene early on where Uyu had to help Ichigo get control of his Ryatsu because he was saying pretty much that Ichigo was like a running faucet that's like like on full blast, and he doesn't know how to like fine tune his energy. I think the problem with Zoro probably I don't know. Matter of fact, I should say probably. I feel Zoro do have Rio, and the problem was he was always doing paying too much attention to it, too much hockey, too much of everything, and he wasn't fine tuning it. Because if you're familiar with like European style like swordplay versus like the difference between European style swordplay and Japanese style swordplay. Like with the European, like the broadswords, their broadswords is like more heavier, more like cleaving, like chopping. While with the Japanese katana, the reason the katana has like the belly house like curve of the bomb, it's not so much supposed to like chop people. It's supposed to like do slices. That's why like once you hit like the opponent with the belly of the sword, it's supposed to be like a slice, like more of like not wounds, but it's like not so much force being to the weapon. So I'm thinking that if this is what Oda's trying to portray with Zoro, Zoro most of the time, let's say like he was, because Zoro always refers to himself like as a demon, as a beast. I think he said that against Monet. Have you ever seen a wild beast not bite? So I'm thinking like with Emma, it's going to teach Zoro to have power, but also be fine tuned. And I think that's what it's doing for him. So I could definitely see him slicing Kaido. Um, Slice him in half, cut his head off like Ryuma and the one shot monsters. Excuse me. That that's that I don't see happening, but I could definitely see him cleaving Kaido probably like like down the show like this, like a nice big gash to a point where he's bleeding and Kaido realizes like yo, like this is not healing or this is like a deep ass wound. And then Luffy coming in with the final blow, knocking him out with Kid and Law. But yeah, this video was long enough, almost 13 minutes. I thought it was gonna be a lot shorter because this was like for me it was a quick chapter. It was a quick read. It was like 5 minute read. But let me know what you guys think at the bottom. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff down below. I know I'm repeating myself. I sound crazy as hell, but like it's just like just so exciting for this chapter and just seeing, you know, Oda's A game is now like A plus plus game. I can't wait to see like what more happen. And we're on break next week, so that's eh, But Oda he busts his ass and he deserves a break. So guys, be safe. Be out there. Star Maru 718. I'm out, yo.